Find the area and the perimeter of each triangle below. Round your inch into the nearest tenth if necessary. And the thing to notice about this particular problem is that we have an isosceles triangle. We've got a mark here, and we have a mark there. But what we know is that this length is 12, first of all. And that makes it, once we know all three sides, then we can figure out what the perimeter is. We can take 14 plus 12 plus 12. And worst comes to worst, you pull out your calculator, you pull out Desmos, and we get 38 inches. To figure out the height of this particular triangle, what we have to do is we need to draw in this length, knowing that the height of the triangle bisects the other side. So the other side, so instead of 14, this length is 7 and this length is 7. And this is actually a perpendicular bisector. And now what we can do is we can use Pythagorean theorem. 7 squared plus h squared, that's what our dotted line is, equals 12 squared. And 7 squared is 49 plus h squared equals 144. If we subtract 49 from both sides, we end up with h squared equals 144 minus 49, which is 95. And then what we want to figure out is square root of both sides. We have to do the inverse operation of squaring. We have to undo the squaring. So we're going to type that into our calculator here, or into Desmos. And it's the square root of 95. Gives us 9.74. And we're looking at the 4 to determine what to do to the 7. But since 4 is 4 or less, we're going to leave the 7 alone. So our height of our triangle is 9.7. I'm not right, 9.5. It's 9.7. We want to find the area. We found the perimeter right now, but we want to find the area. The formula for the area of a triangle is 1/2 times the base times the height. And our base is 14. And our height is the value we just found, the 9.7. So we can type that in, and it's 0.5 times 14 times 9.7. 0.5 is the same thing as 1/2. We get 67.9. And we're working with inches, so this is going to be inches squared. Letter B. We have an equilateral triangle this time. And we know one length of this triangle is, one leg is 8 inches, which means that the other two legs of this triangle are also 8 inches, which means that now that we know all the sides, the perimeter is 8 plus 8 is 8, which is 24 inches. And what's going to take us the time is figuring out what the area of this triangle is. But once again, we can draw in our height, which is going to be the red dotted line. When we draw that in, that means that this length is 4 and this length is 4. We bisected the side with the length of 8, and we're going to use the Pythagorean theorem. And it's going to be 4 squared plus h squared equals 8 squared. It's 16 plus h squared equals 64. We'll subtract 16 from both sides, and we get h squared equals, well, 64 minus 16 is 48. And then we're going to have to take the square root of 48, because we need to undo that squaring. And our square root of 48 is 6.92. We're looking at the 2 to determine what to do. The 9, we're going to leave it as 6.9. And now that we know the height of the triangle, we can also figure out what the area of the triangle is. And our area of the triangle is 1/2 times the base times the height. So this is going to be 1/2 times 8, the whole base, times 6.9. And we can type that in. 1/2, once again, I'm going to type in as 0.5 times 8 times 6.9. And we get 27.6 inches squared, and that's our area here, whereas this 24 was our perimeter. It's the same process here as we look at letter C. The nice part on letter C here is that it is a right triangle, so we actually already know the height of this triangle. I'm going to call it 7. We want to figure out the base, so I'm going to call this B. I'm going to use the Pythagorean theorem, and we have B squared plus 7 squared equals 11 squared. B squared plus 49 equals 121. Subtract 49 from both sides, so we have 121 minus 49 gives us 72. And then we're going to take the square root of both sides. So we type that in, and the square root of 72 is 8.48. But we do need to look at this 8 here to determine what to do with the 4. Because 8 is 5 or higher, we need to round that up. So our height is going to actually be 8.5 in this case. So B equals 8.5. I haven't found the perimeter yet. I just kind of jumped right in to find the area here. I needed that for both. But the area is going to be 1/2 times base times the height. And our base, we just figured out, is going to be the length of 8.5. And our height is 7. So we can multiply those together. 0.5 times 8.5 times 7 gives us 29.75, and it says round to the nearest tenth. So we're going to look at the 5 here to determine what to do to the 7, and that means that we're going to have to round 0.7 to be 0.8. So our area is 29.8, and this is feet squared. The perimeter, well, now that we know all of the lengths, to figure out the perimeter, we're going to take the 8.5 plus the 7 plus our other length of 11 and add those three together. So 8.5 plus 7 plus 11. And when we add those all together, I just want to try that one more time. 8.5 plus 7 plus 11 gives us 26.5.